Go live. Hey guys. A little spontaneous live stream. I'm sitting down here at my store today, 3 o'clock on a Wednesday, and it's kind of a quiet afternoon. And I've got plenty of guitars I could be restringing, but I'm like, I'm going to take a break. So I just recently got this B.C.Rich painted, and gonna tune it up a little bit here and strum on it for a minute. And because of my internet here, it's not going to come in nice and clear, but I'll play it for a while. Here we go. Yeah, so I just recently got this thing painted, and this thing turned out really good looking. I got to tune it up, and I've got it a full step down, so it's tuned to D. And I had to we took out a Kaler that was in here, and we ended up putting in a Floyd Rose special, and I got a Seymour Duncan pickup that I was able to put in there. Wow, look at that. Some glitchiness going on. But yeah, again, I'm sitting at my shop. It's a nice quiet Wednesday afternoon. And hey guys. Yeah. Perfect for some Motley. I know, right? I just put the strings on it, and they're definitely not locked in yet. I've been recording the whole video on this thing, and it's part of my what I call my from garbage to glitter. So this guitar was black, and it was an ST3, so it had the single pickup and then the two single coils up here. Okay, no, it had three pickups. It had a single humbucker here and two single coils here. We took the single coils out. We slanted this. So we took an ST3 and we more or less made it a gunslinger. And we even sanded and contoured the back here. So it's not straight across anymore. It's got a little tiny, it's better under the grip right here. So, Johnny Bean, how you doing, buddy? So, yeah, I'm sitting here bored today. I thought, it's something to do. I'll live stream. Real fun Johnny Bean show last night. And I'll sit here and I'll go live for a little while just to waste some time. Talk to you guys. Let me know if you got any questions. But if I start getting a lot of customers coming in, because I am open, if I get some customers, I'll have to stop and take care of customers. But yeah, this is my little B.C.Rich. And now up here on the headstock on this thing, it's got the gorilla. So this was one of those B.C.Rich's, and it was one of those promotional things. If you bought the guitar, you ended up getting the little gorilla amp with it. So you can see that the gorilla is underneath there. It's the gorilla face, although we put a green B.C.Rich logo. It didn't have a logo before. And I don't have my truss rod cover on there yet. But yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 color. It's even on the neck. Now, there's a couple of things that have happened to the neck here. The paint is so fresh and it hasn't really cured really good yet. So I laid it on my stand and it's kind of made some roughness on the back of the neck right here. But I'll, after it dries up another month or so, I'll try to buff it out again and try to smooth out the back of that neck. It did kind of, here comes a customer, but it did kind of mess up the back of the neck a little bit. Hey man, how you doing? I am, but what can I help you with?
I was just wondering how much you think I would. I don't have it right now, but I just got a picture.
Uh-huh. A Fender Squire?
Yeah.
I usually give $50 for those things. Uh-huh.
Okay. And that slammer I was telling you about, I don't know if you remember me.
Oh, the Hamer. Oh, it's a bass.
Yeah.
You'd have to bring it in, but it'd probably be right around that same amount. It's missing a string.
No, it's actually that output.
Oh, it needs an output jack. Oh yeah. Oh, I see. It's the whole pickguard broke.
Yeah.
That's going to be a tough one because they're not just your regular pickguard that you can get. Is that a Hamer? The bass, a Hamer bass? Yeah, that's a tough pickguard to get. But I know a guy that has a CNC machine that cuts pickguards.
Yeah.
So bring it in, and if you want to, it's probably like $25 to get the pickguard made.
No problem.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Raymond Ray, how are you doing, man? Raymond Ray's got a cool band. He lives here in the Phoenix area. Yeah, welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. Yeah, so I get a lot of guys. Oh yeah, I made a YouTube video. It's an official music video. And my band, we were called the Fed Ups, and we have been on hiatus since February of 2020. And that was the last show that we played live. But the other band that I'm in now, the Whiskey Dogs, we decided, okay, we're going to try to be an all original band because my band, the Whiskey Dogs, we've been a cover band since 2006. Okay. So we've got all those 20 some years, not 20, but we've got a lot of years as a cover band. We decided to do originals. So we picked that one Fed Up song that I made the YouTube video about. But then after more rehearsal and stuff, they said, well, we could throw a guitar solo in there and then I can write a third verse. So I had the drum tracks sitting there in the studio, and the Whiskey Dogs were like, well, we're not going to use those. We're going to re-record it and we're going to add a guitar solo and then a third verse. I'm like, well, let me have those. And I'm going to go in there. And if you watch that video, the vocal part, I did it in the first take because I've had that song and I've sang it live probably 50 times. I've had that song for 10 or 15 years now. So it only took me one take and it's punk rock. It only took me one take to go in there and sing that. So what you're watching in the video is the actual performance of what I sang. It was the first take. We nailed it. I looked through the little window at the engineer and I'm like, I think I nailed it on the first take. And he goes, I think you're right. So, and then he sent me and so 2 or 3 days later, he mixed it down and he gave me a CD of the mix down. And then he also emailed it over to me. And he goes, now listen to it, see if you like it, see if you want me to remix it, all this and that. I listened to the first take and I'm like, that's fine. The first mix, I said, that's fine, good enough. And so I took my camera to the studio and sat it up and just recorded me singing it. And then I jumped out in my old Firebird that I have, and we drove around the neighborhood. But I tried to find a spot that didn't look like I was in the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of found a weird street that was kind of a tree-lined area where you can't see a bunch of houses and stuff, because I didn't want to be doing burnouts in the neighborhood. But yeah, it was just a fun video for me to do. My son, because of his editing skills, he did that. He edited the whole video for me, and yeah, because of his editing, he was able to put that whole thing together really quickly. So it was kind of a fun thing to do. So that's why I did it. But when you see me playing, the Beretta is right here. This is the guitar that I played in that YouTube video. And it kind of has a twisted neck. And so I'm like, well, and I had to tune down a half step. So I didn't take anything with the Floyd Rose. But I decided I didn't really want to try to sell this, because looking down the neck, it looks kind of twisted. But then I've also had some guys come in and say, oh, dude, that's fine. A lot of guitars kind of have a little twisty neck where they sort of run downhill towards your high E string. They run down that direction. But I went ahead and played that guitar, and I kind of have a lot of these guitars right here are kind of my own personal collection. So I have some stuff down there, and I got a couple of things over here. I got a Stripe Series, and I got one of those George Lynch things sitting here. Chad, how you doing, man? Yeah, if you wanted to see some of the Fed Ups live, I've got some old videos of, and it's on, it's not on the ZIMM'S guitar, it's on Dane Zimmerman channel. I have like 10 subscribers over there, but there is a Dane Zimmerman channel that shows some very poorly played punk rock stuff if you wanted to watch more of that. Not sure why you'd want to, but it is on there. My other channel. Yeah, so the Beretta did a good job. I appreciate you guys watching that. Um, it's close to 1,000 views now. It's at like 980 or something like that. And so for, a guitar shop owner to actually get people to watch an original music video where I'm putting my sunglasses, I'm in my car, I put my sunglasses on, I'm all trying to look cool and everything. I got my leather jacket on. That's basically all it is. It's kind of cringy. My daughter watched it and she's like, Dad, she's kind of cringy. But a lot of you guys, some of you older guys, go, that's cool. The car is really cool. Yeah, I'm driving Phoenix like a boss. Mike Olson, how you doing? James? Colin, how you doing? Gunnerman 54. This is a B.C.Rich. This is a B.C.Rich, the old made in Korea ST3. And we took we took the 2 single coils out, and in the right light, you might be able to see where those old single coils lived in there. Sometimes you can get the light on it, so it would show you. But yeah, we took the single coils out, and then we tilted the bottom pickup, and I think he fills them in with epoxy or something. And it still feels kind of wet. It's soft. I mean, I could probably take my thumbnail and just dig into it. It feels kind of soft. He might need a little bit more hardener in his paint, but that's a lot of paint. So I think what you do is you sand the guitar, you prime the guitar. I'm not sure if he primed it. And then you've got the red, the orange, the yellow, and the green. So you got 4 different layers of paint on there. And then you put the black crackle over top of that. And then you put clear over top of that. So there is a lot of layers of paint on this thing. But I did sort of do a complete video about it. And so that should be up in a couple of days. You can see me tearing into the guitar and doing all that kind of stuff. Randall Vandergriff says, I got a, hey, I think I can do one of these kind of things. Okay, I got a Waterstone Birdland Gibson style with a Florentine cutaway P90s. It needs locking tuners, a real Bigsby instead of the fake one, fret job, a roller bridge. Any tips? Sounds like a lot of work. It needs a real Bigsby. You know what? That's really not my style of guitar. I have a lot of. I can probably show you guys a little bit. See, I've got a lot of on the top row right there. There's 3 or 4 or 5 Gretches. There's a Michael Kelly over there. There's a couple of those Ibanez art cores up there. But I get a lot of those hollow body stuff, 335 style things, a lot with Bigsby's on there. And honestly, I don't know if it's just my store, but they just sit there, man. I can't sell those things. So I think I've got the reputation of having more shreddy stuff. I do got a lot of Strats, and I got a lot of those EVH Stripe series stuff, and I just recently bought a horde of 70 guitars, and there's a lot of Dave Mustaine V's and a lot of Randy Rhoads V's, and there's a lot of stuff by Dean, and there's a lot of stuff by Jackson's. I probably have 20 Jackson soloists in the store right now. A lot of them are the Indonesia crackle finish, but none of them were the dinkies where you had the bolt-on neck. So out of this whole collection of stuff that I bought, I ended up with a lot of soloists. So I'm really happy about that. I got a lot of inventory right now in my store. Yeah, a lot of guys like the From Garbage to Glitter videos, and that's basically where we take a B.C.Rich and we shine it up. I have a Ibanez, it's on consignment, but it's a gray Ibanez RG 560, and it's got that super thin, shreddy Ibanez 550 neck, but it's the paint is like a gun stock gray, very dull paint, and it's got a lot of chips in it. And also, that would be a really awesome guitar to do From Garbage to Glitter on, because it's ugly, but it's got a great neck and it's super shredder. And I haven't done any other Garbage to Glitters except for B.C.Rich's, and I think I might have done. There might have been one more that wasn't a B.C.Rich, but mostly that whole series From Garbage to Glitter has been B.C.Rich's. Yeah, Garbage to Glitter. I get one of those done every 3 months or so because it depends on how my painter is doing and how he feels about. Yeah, it's gunmetal gray. I could walk over there and grab it, but it's not too exciting. But it already has pink pickups in it and everything. But it's just got a couple of dings and it's gunmetal gray. And so there's the Under the Bus Network. Cemetery, get a telly with 2 humbuckers. Under the Bus, watch them Wednesdays and Sundays. Kurt, 5150. And Jay. Do a glitter to gutter. Yeah. From glitter to gutter. It could be done. There's Janice. Janice, I'm just hanging out at my store today. It's Wednesday, 20 minutes after 3 on a Wednesday afternoon. And it's beautiful weather out right now. It's just gorgeous outside. And, I think a lot of people got rent to pay this weekend. So it's slow in my shop right now. Yeah. Scott, I got a couple of pedals I might need repaired. Glitter to gutter. Yeah, that's relicking. It's easier to take a beat up guitar and paint it and try to make it nice than trying to take a nice guitar and to relic it. A lot of guys were like, oh, I'm going to relic my guitar. They never turn out good. They never turn out good. All that relicking. It's kind of noisy. Cemetery, how you doing, buddy? Got to put my glasses on. I hate wearing these things, but I can't read the comments without them. Uh-oh, don't do it. Gonna relic my guitar the old-fashioned way. Yeah, hit me up in 10 or 15 years. That's absolutely right. You know what? I do have to show you guys something. So we're talking about relicking guitars. I had I had one of those made in Mexico road worn series Telecasters, right? I have a neck. Let me go grab this neck. I have to show you guys this. Be right back. Hang in there. All right. Oh, hey. Yeah. All right. So we've all talked about relicking guitars. We've talked a little bit about those made in Mexico road worn series stuff. I have a neck, and I'm going to show you the end of the neck first. And I'm not going to get to the fretboard just yet. But that says the 3rd of July, 1967, and it's a B. So the B would be the neck, this profile, right? Like you got a modern C neck, or you got an A neck, a B neck. I'm thinking that's the carve in the neck. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. So, yeah. So it's an old Telecaster neck from the 1960s, 1967. If you want to see, you guys really honestly want to see what a relict fretboard should honestly look like, because some guy has played it for 10 or 15 or even 20 years. That's what it looks like. This is the real deal. I got this neck from a Phoenix musician that used to play with the Pointer Sisters, and he did so much stuff around Phoenix, and he would go up to Vegas, and he was part of you know how you can go to Vegas and you can see the Legends shows where you got the fake Elvis, or you got the fake all these people impersonator shows. He did that for a long time. But this is not some guy out in his woodshed relicking the neck. This is from a real musician. Yeah, it does. It needs a fret job. This is from a real musician that honestly just played and played every day for hours. This is what your fretboard ends up looking like. I mean, this is the real deal. When you're looking at the Road Worn series and you're up here in your, your B flat on your A string, nobody's hanging out on that B flat very often, or here at the F. You're down in this position. You're down here in this position. All of this. You see what I'm saying? This is where the guys are playing. So that's the thing about those Fender Road Worn series. Why are you relicking up in here? And then when you get to the 12th fret and the 10th fret on the Road Worn series, there's no relicking right in this fret. It's like, wait a minute, isn't that the second box of your, your A minor pentatonic scale? Isn't it right in this neighborhood right here? Why would you not have some relicking going on there? So yeah, this is the real deal right there. And this guy told me that he used to have to refret his guitars every 2 or 3 years. So the frets that you see in this, they're kind of tall. In 1967, they had little tiny frets. So you can see in this neck, they're pretty tall, but they're probably medium jumbles that it does need another fret job. But he played this one a lot. And yeah, this is the real deal neck. And I have a lot of friends that help me with some of this. The vintage stuff that comes along is a whole different ball game than my $300, $400 B.C.Riches and my, $600 Jacksons and stuff like that. When you get into the vintage stuff, it's a whole different ball game. And so I have friends and other shop owners that help me with the vintage stuff. And I believe I have a customer. There's a couple guys coming in. I believe I have a customer, believe it or not, who lives in Malibu. Hey guys, how you doing? And so there's a guy in Malibu that wants me to ship this out to him. So I think I have this thing sold, but yeah, there it is. 1967. And if you look up here, we can examine this. Now, immediately you guys are going to say, oh, the logo's not right. Yeah, so sometime when this guitar, back in the day, somebody decided to, when it was probably getting refretted or something, somebody decided to refinish the headstock, and they put a different logo on there. And you can also see it's got a couple holes in here because the guy that owned this, he put additional string trees in there. That's how crazy this guy was. He wanted that string tree. It's hard to do this. He wanted this string tree right here for like his A string. And so, yeah, there's been additional string trees on this at one time. And the headstock logo did get changed. And it does still have old Fender tuners on it, but not from 1967 Fender tuners. So these were changed, upgraded at one time. It could have been in the 80s when this work was done to it. But yeah, this is and here's the back of the neck. You can see the wear on the back of the neck. But that's natural wear right there. That's not some guy out in his woodshed with sandpaper relicking this guitar. This thing got played, and yeah, that's what they really should look like. So even for a lot of you guys that want to relic your guitar, or as far as the neck, you got an old telly and you love the idea of having a telly that looks relict and it looks like you've been playing the Smoky Bars for 25 years. Just take a look at that for a minute, and that kind of explains this is it right there. So yeah, this neck is sick, bro. Yeah. But I think I have a customer in Malibu of all places, that's where money's at, that is going to grab that one there from me. So hopefully that transaction will go smoothly. You never can tell. What are you guys looking for today? Anything in particular?
Did you already sell that Adrian Smith?
No, I have that. It's in a case.
What are you asking for?
$450.
Got a guy that may want that.
Yeah,
It's got a case, right?
it's in a case. Mm-hmm.
You going to see Wolfgang tonight?
Wolfgang's tonight?
Yeah.
Where?
Marquee.
I had no idea.
We're going, bro.
He's
You gotta
opening
go.
up for Alter Bridge.
Wow, opening for Alter Bridge?
Yeah.
Wow. I was just informed, I'm doing a little live stream. I was just informed that Wolfgang Van Halen is in town. It's too bad he didn't come into my shop and say, "Hey, buddy, how you doing? I need a pack of Ernie Ball 9s or something." Yeah. Wow, Wolfgang's in town. I didn't even hear about that. I must be out of the loop.
How much for the LTD?
I have it priced at 8, but I can negotiate, and I love trade-ins.
Okay. What are you looking for? Anything in particular?
No, just whatever stuff that you're not going to regret trading in.
Right, exactly.
That's the key. If you regret trading something in, then you're, God damn, why'd I trade that thing in?
And then you want it back, and then you have to pay
Then,
double for it.
then when you try to get it back. All right, my friends. I got some customers. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for a little while. Hopefully I can get some customers in here and do some business today. So I enjoyed hanging with you guys. It's only been a half an hour, but yeah, I might go see Wolfgang. I just found out Wolfgang's in town. It's going to be tons of fun. So I can't pass on when Wolfgang is in town. So I will see you guys most likely next on Monday nights. I always go on Dave's guitar channel. And then on Tuesday nights, I go on the Johnny Bean show. So I will see you guys. I'll see you guys over there, or I'll see you in one of my next videos. Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot for watching.